Hello, and welcome back to another day in my year of gratitude. I'm not sure. I think we're on day 9, maybe 10. I'll have to find it and put it in the title below. I got a handy dandy little phone holder thing here, so we're going to try that and see how that works out today. I am in my greenhouse again because we saw a huge raccoon. The neighbors texted me that there was a huge raccoon roaming around out there, and so I just want to be close by in case they show up. So if you hear my chickens and ducks in the background, that's why. Because they're out right now, and I'm just kind of babysitting them until the sun goes down and I can put them away. So today I'm going to talk about my top 5 favorite supplements for fibromyalgia pain, and also a bonus that I did back, it's been about 10 years ago now. I was in so much pain that I literally couldn't get through the day. I couldn't get out of bed, except for to go to the bathroom at my very worst. Like, that was all I could manage. The sheer amount of exhaustion was literally debilitating. There was a period of about a year where I was in so much pain I could not walk up the stairs to our second floor. I didn't go to our second floor of our home for easily over a year. Even to this day, it just really tires me out to go. I don't go that often. But for a good year, the kids were on their own up there, other than when my husband would go on to check out stuff. So, they would come down and we do all our kisses goodnight downstairs. So when it comes to understanding pain, I've got it. Like, it was so bad that, and it is still bad, but not nearly what it used to be. At one point, it was so bad that I always just felt like I had the flu, or like I was in a car accident the day before. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. In fact, I think I've talked about it before. There were times I took my kids to the doctor for the flu, and they asked if I had it. I was like, oh, I don't think so, because my immune system quit working. I quit running fevers or anything. And she would test me, and I would be positive for the flu. But I didn't know it because the body aches that go with it. It's just always what I felt like. So it made it really hard to try to be a working mom, especially with young kids. So I had to figure out something. So these are the supplements I recommend the absolute most. I forgot to bring out with me my advanced TRS. I wish I'd brought the bottle. I'll just do, actually, advanced TRS is so awesome. I would do a whole thing just on that, because that has been key to detoxing and helping my family on so many levels. It's a Z-Lite spray, and maybe I'll talk about that tomorrow to get more into it, but I'll put a link below for the advanced TRS. The next thing that has been a huge game changer for me is this D-ribose. And again, I apologize, it's backwards because I'm looking into the video, but the D-ribose, so incredibly helpful. It was one of the first things I found that really helped. In fact, for a long time, I was taking just this. So what happens is the D-ribose is just a sugar. I like the powder. Apparently, it also comes in capsules. Some people have told me when I've recommended it on like Facebook groups before. But I would just do it on this. You can use it for a half to a whole scoop before exercise is what they recommend it for. It supports mitochondria. So I don't know what is wrong with our mitochondria, but it makes sense because mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cells. And so if your mitochondria doesn't have something wrong with it, or isn't working like it should, or can't get the fuel it should, then it's not going to be producing energy, and you're going to be tired, and your muscles are going to be breaking down because it's not going to be able to do repairs, and you'll just frankly have no energy and be broken down like after a workout. And that's always kind of what I feel like is after a workout. So D-ribose just seems to take away a lot of that, and I guess it gives my cells a little bit that it needs to really help. So that, game changer. If you don't try anything else, well, I really recommend the advanced DRS, but that's more for detoxing. But just straight up pain, if you don't try anything else, I recommend trying the D-ribose. It was such a game changer for me. The next thing I really recommend is a good magnesium supplement. Magnesium, if you're deficient on it, and a lot of people are, is very relaxing to your muscles. So if you have really tight muscles, sore muscles, the magnesium will help with that. Now there's many different kinds of magnesium, which I did not know about before. I, of course, not being a doctor or giving any kind of medical advice, can't recommend which kind you should take. I recommend doing your own research and figuring it out, or speaking with your medical care provider and finding out what makes the most sense for you. But you can just Google different kinds of magnesium, and it will talk about the different kinds and which each of them do. So figure out which one works best for you. But magnesium, definitely just with the relaxing. And it's also really important in a lot of different body functions. And not necessarily for supplements for fibromyalgia, but vitamin D is the same way. So it's another one that I would recommend. A lot of people are deficient on. And it's an easy one to get tested with your doctor. And if you are deficient, they can go ahead and give you a prescription for it. So that's not so much fibromyalgia, but that does do energy a lot, so I do recommend it. Another one that I really liked is the modified citrus pectin. And this one is the Pectisol-C, and again, I think I got this off of Amazon. I'm not sure, it might have been a health food store. Where is it at over here? Sorry, I was getting used to this little holder guy. So, the modified citrus pectin, it says on it, it supports cellular health. Now, what it's supposed to do is promote a healthy immune response, supports the cellular health. I believe it works by helping your body to like detox and get some stuff out of it. And I'm sorry, I am blanking now. I know it's supposed to help with something else too, but it was one of the things that I would make what I called my magic cocktail. And I would put this other ingredient right here on it, which is a good multivitamin. Oh, I got me a lightning bug here, which is a good multivitamin. This is what I used when I was at my absolute worst, and it helped a lot. It's the Energy Revitalization System. Now, I'm not saying that this is the best one by far. I can promise you, when I was so bad and had no energy, I did not sit there and do a bunch of research and stuff. I looked up something that got good reviews on Amazon, had the nutrition I wanted in it, and that's what I got. So, but it definitely helped me a lot. It has all kinds of amino acids in it. I mean, there's like literally a list of amino acids. And then it has all of the multivitamins as well. And so this is a berry splash flavor. I can't say I love it. It was not amazing. But I would go ahead and actually my kids even got good to it, because the days I couldn't get out of bed, like there was nothing I can do. So they would go ahead and put a scoop of this and a scoop of the D-ribose in. And then I even would sometimes add some vitamin C, because, you know, vitamin C, D, all those things are just really good for you. And stir it up, and it was usually kind of clumpy, and I would choke that thing down and go back to sleep and wake up 30 minutes later and actually have the energy to get out of bed. So a good multivitamin, and you need a good one, because a lot of the multivitamins they have out there, as my doctor says, all you're doing is multivitamin the toilet, because you take them in, they're not bioavailable, your body can't process them, and you just poop them right out. So this is one of the places where, and I know money can be really hard, but this is a place to invest the money, because you need something that's bioavailable and will work well. So like I said, found good Amazon reviews, and that's how I got it. I'm not saying that I love Amazon the best. We've had our problems before, but when you're sick, they deliver to your door in 2 days. You know, sometimes it is what it is. Now, another thing for energy, didn't necessarily help with fibromyalgia pain so much, but did help with energy, is a good B complex. Now, I like these that are the sublingual ones that you can use under your tongue, and not necessarily that I love this one. I think it was on sale, and that's why I got it at Kroger. But the sublingual ones are great, because you drop them underneath your tongue, and you just hold them there, and because of that, it can absorb into your body quicker, and it doesn't have to go through your stomach to get broken down. And I do find the B vitamins are really important for the energy support. Now, something else to be considerate of, everybody, I think, personally, at least it's important to me, to find out if you have what's called the MTHFR mutation. looks like Mother Blanker, kind of written with no letters. It's MTHFR. Now, this mutation is important because if you happen to have this mutation, your body doesn't process folic acid like it should, and you also have a lot of problems with like detox, and it's involved in a whole bunch of other pathways that have to do with like energy and things in the body. And so I know that people who have this mutation can have a lot of additional problems, and you need to make sure that you are taking a special form of vitamin B. Now, it's usually the methylated form you want to get, the form that's bioavailable, but there are some people, I guess, that even have problems processing methyl groups. So again, this is something you need to talk to your doctor, have them check for, various mutations that you would have. It's a blood test for the MTHFR, and see if they recommend if you take this special methylated B vitamin, and if so, have them check if you can handle the extra methyl groups, because some people can't. That's a doctor question above my pay grade. I am definitely not a doctor, so I'm not giving any kind of advice like that. Just saying what had worked for me and what I found out as we go. Now, the little bonus, the thing that made the huge difference in my pain levels and energy levels, going gluten-free. And in reality, a lot of different allergies, allergenic foods, cutting them out. I found out that I also react to nightshades, so I need to cut those out. I react to chocolate. I've had to cut that out. I react to dairy, so I've had to cut that out, although I have not been able to give up cheese 100%. But I don't react to cheese as well, so I think it's more of a lactose thing. But cutting all of these foods out made so much difference in how I felt. So I know it's hard to start, but definitely something I recommend. And in fact, for a while, I was doing a class called Boot and Gluten, telling people how I did it, because it's been like 10 years, and I've figured out how to go gluten-free pretty inexpensively. So if anybody is interested in that course, let me know, because I was thinking about running another one. But anyway, that's my little bonus. It's not a supplement, but it makes such a difference. Now, the issue with going gluten-free is you can't cheat, because gluten stays in your system for like weeks. So, you go gluten-free 7-8 days, and then you have a donut. You're not going to know if it's really helping you or not. You really need to be gluten-free for a couple months to get the full benefits and know that it's for you. And then if you want to see if it's really affecting you and you're feeling better, because this is what I did, and I was like, oh, I don't really know if it's helping. And then I ate something with gluten. Oh, my. And it all came rushing back. And that's right. Oh, that's right. I used to feel like crap all the time. Now I remember I'm feeling so much better these days. So gluten-free, it's where to be. Anyway, so that is my top supplements that I recommend for people with fibromyalgia pain, as well as my little bonus on what you can do to help even more. What has gone on today? I just did not feel well today. I think I still have some hangovers from the food poisoning that I had earlier this week. Additionally, my daughter did not have a good day. She had major reactions. It seems like every time we're out or I let her around other people, the next day or 2 or 3, she has these major flares. She's throwing up all day again, can't keep any food down. Her OCD is just through the roof. Like, she won't eat anything except for very specific foods. She's passed out twice. So I could really use some prayers that Monday, or whatever you believe, to the higher powers, to Mother Nature, whatever God you've got, just sending positive vibes. I don't care what it is. I could use them. That this doctor on Monday, the immunologist, will have some answers. So we'll see. As far as my gratitude for the day, I've decided to write a letter to my dear cousin. She was my first best friend. She's 2 years older than me, and we used to be thick as thieves growing up. And when I left for college, she was still always just wonderful, would send me letters, everything else. Unfortunately, I got severely depressed in college and kind of dropped off the face of the earth for a while. Then tried to, kind of redo the relationship. And then I moved away to Louisiana where I lived with my husband. And once Hurricane Katrina hit, we were done. Like, I was in crisis mode. Well, I still am, honestly, for like the next 15 years. Because I went from Hurricane Katrina and then all of the lawsuits that went with that, the child custody, the insurance lawsuits, and then we got sole custody. I went to law school, so then I was in school as a single mom with 2 kids, one of whom hated me because she had reactive attachment disorder, and her mom was no longer in the picture. She had got herself into legal trouble and was elsewhere. So I was single mom to my stepdaughter and my youngest daughter while my husband still worked out of state in Louisiana, and I was where we are now, going to law school, and then dealing with the reactive attachment stuff. And then after that, we went through and had, I got sick. And then my other daughter got sick. And then the first daughter left. And now here we are with my other daughter sick. So it's just kind of been nonstop. And along the way, I lost touch with my cousin, and I'm sorry I did, because she was such an amazing person. So that is my thank you today, to let her know how much she's meant to me all these years, even though I've sucked at keeping in touch. She's never quit loving me, and I know that. And that has just been really important to me, and I hope we could reconnect. So that's it for today. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care.